I can do this.
Welcome to a new wave of thinking. You're here with Akshita Veda L and El Yagar.
Music is buffering.
It's we the people of the Empire of Nubia. Get ready to open your mind, sit back and unwind to take in the discussion, to prepare us to win. We are sovereign, we are law. We coming with concepts here that are fundamental building blocks, focusing on principles, thoughts, and beliefs. We're here to shake you up, to wake you up. Islamism. The masses are suffering with temporary mental illness of cognitive dissonance. Open up your mind. We are speaking from experience, various perceptions, while we maintain effective communication and the lines of respect. Our thoughts become connected through human cognition, which is the process of acquiring new information and understanding based on personal experience and relatable topics of discussion. We are the currency of the know, knowledge, wisdom through love, bringing peace, justice, and truth as we gain freedom. Freedom in the mind. Open up your mind. Freedom of the mind. It's divine. To be one in unity, togetherness, you and me, we become we, and we are the change that we want to see. It is our time now, so come and get ready as we bring a new wave of thinking. It's a new wave of thinking. New wave of thinking.
Islamism.
What's on mute? Greetings, everybody, in Islamism. My apologies.
No, it's all good, siStar. And welcome, Yeezsus Love. Welcome.
Thank you. Peace and love. Peace and
siStar.
love.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
This is the first time being on Twitter, so Twitter people, if you tune in, be nice. I don't know y'all like. I know the people here.
Well,
Okay, my phone waving at me. All right.
now or later, be sweet about it.
Yes, ma'am. How are we?
Okay, so everything is going good. So, okay, we got a special occasion tonight because we have my siStar here, Yeezsus Love Moor. That's how I'm old school with it. So she's coming on now as Yeezsus Soul Love, and she is love, and so everything she is about is love. So okay, I had this to say, and I had to write it down because as soon as I get on here, I get nervous and I can't talk. So I have to refer to my notes, but this is all from my heart. I said, Yeezsus Love Moor has been in the trenches working for the nation while leading her own life and righteousness, moving forward with good intentions. Welcome my siStar, who I call Mama V, Yeezsus, and Enoch, the risen one, in feminine energy, manifesting positive masculine energy as the balance of my odds. And that's how I see this warrior woman that sits in our presence today to grace us with wisdom, knowledge, and new information as to who she is, what she's bringing, as in what she's doing, and just enlighten us on her mind and where she at and how she's feeling right now. And so before we get into that, we didn't go through our normal, you know, excuse me, how you doing? And so I want to allow Sunstar Elia to speak, and if he wants to have anything to say before we uh, open the floor for the siStar to speak her mind.
No, the only thing I was asking her, how are y'all doing? How was your week? And are we ready for a new week?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Indeed.
So
Thanks.
welcome. What? How you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling amazing. I'm actually feeling vibrating. I'm vibrating in a whole higher dimension right now. So basically, I'm just excited. I'm ready to put the word out. I'm ready to get the vibration moving. You know what I'm saying? I already felt L's vibration. I appreciate your masculine energy being here, and I'm already knowing Ashida's, you know, vibration. Let's get this, let's get it on the road.
Okay. So for those who don't know you, who are you?
I am I'm a spirit. I'm a water being. You see what I'm saying? I'm both. I'm masculine, I'm feminine. I roll with the laws of moving with the ancestors, my higher self, and I'm just, divinely moving with the law of teaching, returning, and giving and receiving. You see what I'm saying? Depositing the right information into the right sources, the right minds. Because a lot of times we don't understand, we give energy to people that don't receive. And it's not time for that right now. We
Hmm.
in a whole new we're in a whole new world of order. You see what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
time to receive the energy and receive and give back. You see what I'm saying? That's
So
who I am.
okay, so right there when you said, we spend time trying to give our energy to people who ain't even ready to receive the energy is a waste of our time and energy, right? So we become
Exactly.
depleted, and rather than
Lifted.
lift it up, right?
Hmm.
Right, we become depleted, and so our cup is empty, so we can't give anything to ourselves because we're continuing to give away.
So
It's like
wait.
throwing your pearls to swine, right? They don't
Exactly. Exactly.
appreciate the information. So I tend to have this conversation with many different people as far as not trying to get people. I tell people all the time, I'm not in the business of convincing people of anything.
No, no,
You know
no.
what I'm
I'm
saying?
convinced.
It you if we've crossed paths and you're not ready, we shall cross paths again. But it may not be my face, but it will be the same energy that met you that day that will meet
Yeah,
you again.
and see
You
what
know?
the path of it is this everything is spiraling. You see what I'm saying? And what I mean by spiraling is you have to once you level up into a higher level of information, you don't want to keep battling up the same information. So what you're doing is you're plugging up to the higher dimension where you can get your information quicker. And not only that, just you can get your information where your level of education is when you're downloading your information. So yeah, you're going to see different faces. You're going to see different idols. You're going to see different symbols. You're going to see different everything. But your thing is putting the puzzle together and figuring out why and where we going to end it at, and where we going to put the patterns together, and who we putting our pieces together with. You see what I'm saying? And everybody not what I understand with myself. I'm not gonna say everybody. I'm not gonna use that word. I'm gonna say what I understand is when I move the way I move, the handles that I have, the tools that I have, it always come with the people that brings in the vibration, that brings in your frequency. That's why they say reflections. So when I'm reflecting, I'm not just reflecting in one mirror. I'm reflecting in maybe 10, 20 mirrors. So I'm going to see multiple people that look like you, multiple people that look like L, multiple people that look like me. I'm creating in multiplicity. I'm not creating in substitute and multiplication. I'm dividing, I'm subtracting, I'm adding, and I'm subtracting.
Right. And I had a revelation the other day. We say figures don't lie, lies don't figure. It's a mathematical equation, right? Shout out to Mandela Khan Davis on that. Now, we can always find ways to add, and we sometimes don't see the need to subtract, but we do need to subtract. And we don't ever see the use for division, but division being a unity that is separate from the foundation, but within or underneath the umbrella of the foundation. So protected, but it's a different division. So you have the home, the hub, and then you have everything that falls underneath the hub. You know what I'm saying? The different divisions, departments would be considered a division of that organization, right? So that's where division comes in and makes sense to the mathematical equation. So we multiply, we add, and we subtract, and we create divisions.
Vision. That's it.
Yeah, and divisions is also the vision, because the division has to be the vision of what you sought to create to get. And what we was talking about last week, Elia, or a couple weeks ago. Hold on now, because I want to say it right, because it was the economic thought process, right? And so that's it. See, I ain't know all that was gonna tie in and make sense, but it does. So yeah, that was beautiful. Okay, so beautiful spirit. And that's been evident to me since I've known you as a strong warrior woman. So before we carry on, I want to play a song that I wrote 2 years ago, and I just remastered it a little bit tonight because I wanted it to sound a little bit more clear and crisp for you, since I done got a little bit better with the whole thing, right? So I'm fixing up some stuff. So I hope you remember this. I'm sure you do. But let's go ahead. I'm trying. Let's warrior women
with good intentions. Yeezsus Love Moor, Enoch, Keisha, here to protect the children. Care Bears with good intentions. Children in the network. Yeezsus Love Moor is Enoch with good intentions through harmonic healing tones. A lighthouse coming out of the water to heal our children with good intentions. Bringing balance as a bridge to the gap. We're healing as we create the village. We are the village. We are the Care Bears. We're healing the takes to love the real always will be revealed. It's all alchemy, all chemical in me. The periodic table is we. Love being our greatest design to intertwine as warrior women fighting in sanctums. Warrior women. Different dimensions here on earth, protecting children. Boots on the ground. We got good intentions. Warrior women, bringing balance. My aunt is here. Yeezsus Love Moor. Enoch. Got boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. Stomping loud. We here to protect the children of the sun. With good intentions. We got good intentions. Good intentions. We got good intentions. With Keisha, who's a seamstress that can create the sashes we are to wear, so the children can recognize us in crowds. There's the warrior women. It's the love that's the pressure that changes the frequencies. Children of the corn are the children of the sun, giving care, bear love, rocking with the warrior women with good intentions. We are here to protect the children in the network. Call me Rainbow Bear. Aisha, Mariah, Sire, Callie Rain, 7, Samaya, Dave 2 times, just us, Queen, Honest, Nevaeh, Nehemiah, Malia, and there are many more children in the network. As warrior women are fighting in sanctums, different dimensions here on earth, protecting children. Love is the pressure that changes the frequency. Yeezsus Love Moor is Enoch with good intentions through harmonic healing tones. A lighthouse is in the building. We got good intentions for the children of the corn. We are warrior women. We are warrior women with good intentions. Yeezsus Love Moor. Enoch. Keisha. Here to protect.
I always be the one to do that.
Always. I love you. Peace, 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 peace.
Love you too.
Hey, when when you
Okay.
played that, all right, I was really in my masculine then. And I was like, I used to listen to that song and I'm like, well, myself gotta calm down, because when I'm in my masculine, I'm breaking concrete. You see what I'm saying? I'm causing deaths. I gotta. And then you wrote that song and I'm like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. So in that song, I said something is we're operating in different dimensions, and we were just speaking on that before we came on live, as far as how we are operating in different dimensions, and how we not meant to see each other or know that we are existing in the same realm, or different dimensions, but in the same realm.
Exactly.
And so sometimes we cross paths, or people that we cross paths with have crossed paths with that other entity or being. So what can you tell us about that? Because I know you have that's a part of your work and what you do. And so what can you tell us about that, dimensions and things?
All right. Dimensions is our mindsets. Dimensions are people. You're going through different particles of your mind. All right. That's why I speak on what we eat. All right. We're magnetic beings. We have a magnetic body, multiple of us, no matter what size or what we believe in or what dimensions we are. You see, I'm giving you dimensions now. I'm breaking it down. So as we get, some of us get to points where we stop eating the animal parts, which has magnetic field downfalls. It takes away from the DNA. It takes away from the magnetic field. You understand what I'm saying? So basically what I'm saying is dimension is, fifth dimension is knowing who you are. That's
Mm-hmm.
who I am, the great I am. I am the word. And once you go into a higher dimension, which is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 dimension, then you go into I am, I will, we will, there is. Come on, our minds is moving to different perspectives every day.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm speaking the way I'm speaking, it comes from a very ancient dimension. Like you understand what I'm saying? Is
Yes.
beyond dimensions. So my mind is not here, but my vessel is. So when I'm saying, when they say Enoch left, I left, but I'm here to teach in the vessel. So I'm getting my information from a higher dimension, which brings me down to show you how to break into the different dimensions of the mindset. Dimensions are mental, is mentally. You understand what I'm saying? Like a lot of people understand that they're gods. Okay. Now, what I say to myself and what I say to other people, and I'm saying what is a god? Okay. Who are the
Mm-hmm.
gods? And where is your mind at? Where's your mindsets? Because there's people I've met that say they were gods and their mindsets wouldn't feel, would heal or love. There's no love, no
Mm-hmm.
compassion.
Right.
So it's dimensions are your mindset. Some people can be at a certain dimension. Now, what I mean by that is some people can be at the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is where you know who you are. You know who you are, basically. So now you know your mission. But do that person really take it to the sixth dimension and work in order to get into that mission, to level up to the eighth dimension, to the ninth dimension, to the 10th dimension, to where you looking down and you seeing, well, we got children down here we got to take care of. We got elders down here we got to take care of. We got our bodies to that we living down here with. We got to put it in the bodies so we can continue coming back and forth to the vessel in different dimensions. Because that's how a lot of our souls are getting stuck here, because we could continue doing the same things in multiple dimensions, multiple mindsets. A lot of us only made it to the 12th. That's why they have the 12 disciples up there. That's 12 different mindsets, 12 different discs in the brain,
Right.
12 different gods. When we were told we were many of them, we were many gods.
You know, what's so funny? Um, I wrote a song where I said that a hectagon, which is 100-sided angles, and I said in the song that I elevated from a dodecagon, which is a
God,
12-sided
12 sided.
angle.
Come on.
Right, because I have been saying I'm a dodecagon. You know what I'm saying? I'm operating from 12 angles, and so then when I was like a hectagon, I was like, because I done, elevated beyond operating 12 angles. I'm on way more angles than that, and so I was definitely um feeling that because it's the truth.
Yes.
One, because what's everything is at 12, right? You
Yes.
graduate, high school at 12, levels of learning is 12. So, and greetings
Yes.
to siStar Sasha Bay. We see you out there. In
Peace.
Cosmic
Peace.
Minds
Peace.
and
Peace. Peace.
Philly Bay. And who else? But anybody else, if I did mention you, My apologies. Greetings to everybody that's coming on. Um,
Peace, peace, peace.
Same source, different flesh.
Forks.
Yes,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Exactly. That part. So that's what you were explaining. Um, is how we're operating in different dimensions through the same source in different flesh. So have we ever seen Fallen with Denzel Washington?
Washington. Time is on
Uh,
my side. Yes, it
right.
is.
That movie made me see things very differently, and it made me make sense because it brought to life in a depiction of what spirit travel is truly like. And when
Come on.
people are being tormented, that they are really truly being tormented by an energy, it's not the people. And so people injure other people because they're being tormented by an energy that they have to deal with, and so that comes in honesty and truth. And so if we're not willing to be honest and truthful with self, which is the topic of the show, so we done went way.
Mm.
So this is episode 23, y'all. And the title of this show is Leading in Your Own Life First. So everything that we have discussed up until this point has been a display of how we have been leading in our own lives to get to this point. And so encouraging others to do the same thing by sharing our journeys with one another
Journeys. Mm-hmm.
and in the platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Right.
so we know who you are now,
Okay.
and we a little bit about what you do, but like, where do you operate and where can we find you? See, I got the thing back there on the back where people can see it, and it's on the thumbnail for this video. So when they refer to this video, your information will be there. But
Okay.
for good grace, there may be something on that's not on there that you want to share as a way of reaching you or connecting with you. And how would people be able to do that, local and afar?
Loco and afar. Loco, I'm actually mobile right now, so I'm moving from. I'm actually like boots on the ground, actually living on boots on the ground. So mobile, I will be if they having to have uh consultations or anything that have anything to do with uh taking things out of the area. I'm not gonna go deep in that, but I will come to you. You know see what I'm saying? But if you really want to talk to me as far as lifting up some stuff, you can hit me up on YouTube. You can hit me up on Facebook. I'm Yeezsus Love on YouTube. I'm Yeezsus Love on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And Instagram. So that's where you can hit me up at.
Okay, so when you say you'll come to them, we have in the past discussed this a little bit, like going to the homes of others and doing like helping with spiritual cleansing. And a lot of
Exactly.
times people don't realize what's going on because they didn't
Mm-hmm.
initiate or agree into it to happen. But if I'm in your dwelling and I see there's a need, I'm going to do it anyway because I'm
Anyway,
there,
exactly.
right? Because it has to be clean
Exactly.
for me,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And so if it's not clean for me and you're existing, I will clean and cook and gotta attend to you, and then until when the job is over, because I've had experiences like this, and so the person was dealing with allergies and sinus issues and headaches they couldn't just get over, and so I went in there and I cleaned all the dust off the walls, the blinds, and when you walked in, it looked like a new place, like it was like, oh, like you walk into heaven's gates. You know what I'm saying? That's how difference of it looked after I cleaned it.
Cleaned it.
And she was like, I can breathe better, like I feel better. And so she, after all of that happened, the opportunity came, and we left that dwelling. We didn't have to be there
Yeah,
anymore. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Exactly.
So things, it works like that. And so some people don't know that they need that, but I believe that we're coming into a time in the age of Aquarius where um our we are awakened to more than what we have been aware of previously. So services like this will come in handy when you understand the need for it, and the fact that it can help. So yeah, so that's awesome. Okay, so when you do your live readings and things like that, what exactly are you doing? What services do you offer in these readings? Like, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I'm doing. Actually, you got like I'm saying. I'm not dissing anybody, but I will learn from the tarot cards, and I learned at tarot cards at 12. You understand what I'm saying? Now it's a new age where I'm channeling out of my hands, my ears, my eyes, and my nose, and my crown. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm transmuting information from your ancestors, from your bloodline, from your Akashic record. Okay, I'm actually cleansing your blood as I'm speaking to both of you guys, and that's the service I'm giving. Because a lot of people were giving out information, but they're not cleansing and healing you. See how we said we could go to your house and do it, but I'm actually
Mhm.
speaking it into your existence. That I'm cleansing your blood. That I'm giving you information, and I'm reading it from your ancestors. The same bloodline. We all come from the same bloodline.
Okay, so that's just like anyone who's been raised up in the Bible. When the story, when the man came and said that his child was sick, and Jesus said, I don't have to go, just if you have faith and believe, then that she is healed and everything is fine, right? And when he got back home, it was so. And so
Exactly.
it's like that type of energy. And I do believe that you know, who we believe to be Jesus Christ is really us. I always thought it was interesting that I was named Christina and Christ is in my name.
Exactly.
And Ina, I've learned since being here. I had drive and live. This man, he said in in Spanish, Ina means woman.
Woman.
So Christ woman
Woman.
is my name.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, wow, that's very, very and interesting. And I hadn't thought about that until I put that together until tonight. So that's very interesting. And we have been in the previous age of um patriarchal rulership, is what
Gotcha.
we are raising ourselves out of and being raised out of by those men who um, honor the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and not calling ourselves black and not calling ourselves African American, but our free national name as a Moor. Okay, so to understand ourselves in that, we, dang, what was my point?
Breathe. Breathe. Just breathe. Yida, yida, dida, dida. You flow, baby. Breathe. I know where you're
So,
going with it.
okay. So basically, what it all boils down to is we as women are rising, and that's the rise of the matriarch. Okay. And the rise of the matriarch is women acknowledging who they are and their power and authority within the home first. And the men are to honor the women, but the women have to be the teachers of these men to change the frequency and where we have ended up today through patriarchal systems. So if we just pay attention to the fact that the patriarchal systems has gotten us to where we are and this is where we don't want to be, then we must operate in a matriarchal mindset, in a matriarchal fashion. And so that's women like you and I speaking and doing what we do to transform ourselves. And so when you transform your mind, your body is also therefore transformed. And
Exactly.
so a lot of times people are leading with their body and not with their mind. And then if they are in their mind, they're being controlled by something or someone else rather than finding the balance between left and right mind operations and moving not in fear. So we're team no fear over here, right?
No fear. Okay,
Right.
I wanted to say with you saying that, and I'm gonna tell you with my mind right now. You said home. My thing is land. Once we can establish like-minded like people like we are, and we can put ourselves together where we can establish some land and build a capital. You see what I'm saying? We build that capital and put everybody in their places where we can all run the capital. Then we can put the woman on the crown or the woman in the throne. Or we can, you know what I'm saying? But we have to build that land first. We got to build our own food, our own crop, teach our own children. You understand what I'm saying? Within
Mm-hmm.
our community. I understand what you're saying, sis, but we gotta be 20 steps, 20 yeah, 20, 20 thing minds before all of this. You see what I'm saying? So once we get land, then we can control our guns, we can control our everything. You see what I'm saying? We can build our stores, we can build our schools, we can build the men's. I mean, we got to think bigger now. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? And then that's how we lead. We lead by example. And that was one of the questions. What am I bringing to the table? I'm bringing a capital. I'm bringing a capital where I can say, you know what? We need water. We need food resources. We need guns. We need education. We need yes. We need all that
Okay, well, I'm a
as the people.
hell yeah. I know you wanted to speak on that because you already know what it is. I yield.
Islamism, peace and love, siStars. Thank you for speaking. And anyone who may come on, anybody come on and talk. You hear the tone of the conversation and what we're saying. And these two siStars are under my protection while they're here. So if there's any red pill men out there, I suggest you don't get on right now. So I'm not gonna go a whole bunch into why I'm saying the things I'm saying. That could come out as we go along. What we don't know is we already have the land, but because we haven't organized ourselves, we're not getting any land. We have everything we want, but we are not organized. And those who cannot organize, no matter when the situation is not going to come later, the situation is now. So everyone must be in the mind of organizing and putting their part in of what it is that is to go on the land. Now, when it comes to farming and stuff like that, I'll jump out the window and say the United States government is closed at this moment. But do you
Come
see
on.
it still functioning? They
Hmm.
are closed, but we still see it. Why is it functioning? Because they can't jump off a sinking ship. The captain has to stay on until the end. And things have been so destroyed in knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and overstanding of who we are and our rights and responsibilities to ourselves without being subject to them or what they say. That we have the ideas and stuff, but we keep looking for stuff that's already taken care of. The only thing that's not taken care of is organization and facilitation of our own.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else has been taken care of. And all it takes is for us to put it on a piece of paper and send it into them correctly in order for them to recognize. But it has to be organized. They have to see the rest of the world. We want to see organization. See, a few months ago, we did a show about the disaster years, the disaster days. And their number one problem was that money wasn't around because the government failed. There was no money to pay anybody to do all the emergency stuff. Now, when we talk about guns, from hood to hood, we got guns. Do we got tanks and airplanes? Nope. But we got guns, so we don't need to talk about guns anymore. We're pointing them in the wrong direction. Let's talk about that. When it comes to banding up in certain areas, brothers will do that. People will do that. But all those different people and groups will form anarchy on the land. And then anarchy is everybody fighting each other over a piece of land that we have control of already, but we're not organizing ourselves to control it. We're walking around with our hand out. We're being a beggar nation. Many of our people don't know we have a treaty. Treaty is supreme law of the land. So if we have a treaty with the United States, how come we're not living on and off our treaty about our treaty when we did? We have our own constitution and bylaws, just like they have the United States Constitution. We have a constitution. They got a flag, banner for the United States Corporation. We have a banner and flags and seals for our own nation. But if we not operating them, then of course we think we got to go out here. And our land is inherent. It doesn't cost us a thing. We're not getting this part. It doesn't cost us nothing but to be organized as a unit out here in order to go get it.
And my
Or
thing
we
is I hear what you're saying, but what I'm listen. I'm not disrespecting. Peace to your love and all that. It starts with believing, knowing that you have it. It ain't about us begging and pleading people. If we, like you said, if we can all structure within us three, and many more of us can come together. You understand what I'm saying? And put the pieces of the puzzle together, you understand? And then deep teaching as we doing, because everybody has a certain level of teaching, and here understand each other as a collective. You know what I'm saying? And then we can progress it. We can get it together. I seen it in my vision, just like I seen this in my vision. You see what I'm saying? Like we can come with these more conclusional words, like we know we have it, instead of saying, well, we can't get it or we don't have it, or this person say we can accomplish anything we can put our minds to and achieve what we want if we know how to consume each other's energy. Like I'm saying, L, we can do this. We can put each other to the side, sit at the table each day, talk about our sources. Everybody put their names on each other and everybody talk about what they got to talk about. Then everybody can have a treasury, somebody that we all trust, that, because that's everybody trusts. That's what it is. Money is the trust. That's the problem. When money come around, that's when everybody trusts this issue come. So everybody can pick, vote as adults, as collectives, who can be the treasury, who runs the money, and then there'll be an assistant treasury.
So when we start talking like that, right, we have to realize that within everything that's going on, we just look at Moorish science temples and we say they're Moorish science temples. And I'm clarifying this with everyone. That's not what they are. They were supposed to be more than that. And I am fighting them to make them more than that. So, yeah, there's been a lot of dirt done by Moorish science temples, and I admit to all of that. I admit to I'm not going to turn away from none of that. I'm saying this. I'm the face on Moorish science temple now. I'm putting my neck on the block. And I'm saying, if you operate with what I'm telling you and with the temples the way I'm telling you, you won't get trapped into the BS and have to deal with them that way. But for our people, we are going to free our people based on what they were supposed to be doing. And it becomes vitally important that our people realize that, oh, this term Black African American, we ain't using that no more. We ain't United citizens. We none of that. We ain't Indians. We're not Native Americans. These things our people have to hold to and stay on in order to get us all to the next level. Because right now we are in a transition period. But in that transition period, that's where people are supposed to be coming on, signing on, saying, no, I'll do this and I'll do that and I'll do this and I'll do that. And so when things have been done, things are in position. Everybody doesn't know. So we're out here gravitating to people and asking people, oh, so what will you do for our nation? And then when you tell us what you do, because it's all been set up, even down to talking about finances. It's all been set up so that even if you say, well, I make music. Oh, you make music? Can you make music without all that cussing in it and without talking about women in a bad manner? And can you talk about uplift? Can you rap about? You can? Okay, so then we're willing to extend through the government X amount to you, X amount this way, you get this, now go make music. Or the rest of your life, you just make music. You could drop 1-2 songs a year and you did what you were supposed to do. You're going to keep getting yours. Now, when you sell and make money, we don't care about your taxes. That's why we handle it this way over here. So we're not taxing you on money that you make. The provinces might tax you, but the federal government of us is not taxing you on money that you make. We don't care. But when you sell it, there might be tax across the line. Other than that, there's no taxes or anything like that coming out of us. So we have a full system. What we need are the people who will come in and then look at everything that's going on in the government and say, I'll take that seat over there. Now, I must tell you, right now, I'm the president. So y'all understand. Through the office of Caesar, I'm the president right now. I'm putting everything down on, and this is the funny part. Everything that I suggest that we do, I'm going to be right about. There's going to be one thing that comes up in a year and a half, 2 years that I will be wrong about. And I'm going to switch at the last second. I'm telling everybody today, I'm going to switch at the last second to not put us in any danger. And everybody's going to be mad at me because I'm going to switch at the last second. Just remember that, because that has always been a pattern with me. We start off, everything is blazing, and then there's one particular thing that it snaps up in my face. I got to make a decision, and everybody's mad. I'm telling y'all it's going to happen. It's all out of love. I'm making the decision for the right reason, and we will go on good. I'm not being slick. I don't play games, but it's going to happen. So, Cosmic Mind Triple Deuce said, what's the next step? So, Cosmic Mind, the next step is for us to seriously look at how a government and how governments are ran. and then for everybody to take a seat in the government and begin to run this government of ours. And so you're going to have to go on YouTube, like let's say you wanted to be the Secretary of State, right? You would Google duties of Secretary of State. They're the same everywhere. You read the secretary, and then you come over here and you do that for us under our laws and rules. And now here's our constitutions. Because of accountability, and everybody is, I will see now. When we say militia first, right? I'm gonna say this one time to everybody. You see all of us adults. We all got militia in our homes, cousins, nephews. We got them. But because we argue and bicker about petty stuff, they don't see any unity amongst us. They don't feel no unity amongst themselves. Once they see us banging out one way, talking one way, moving one way, they will quickly join on. But we don't raise our sons for war. So I don't want to speak. We all have a right to defend ourselves. To speak it out in public makes us belligerent. When we're tuned into the temples, when people are forming their associations and groups, there are to be self-defense classes and other classes may go on. But we don't need to speak that into the air because we don't want it in the air. So yes, you're right. But that in every home, everyone must be conscious of that. And then as we meet each other in person, we talk to each other and we deal with each other. But we are not raising our sons and our daughters to come out here and be at war. And we have medicine to do it all in peace. But we have to be the peaceful ones. So in answering what we do, if you want to be the Secretary of State or any other position, you would go read what they do. And then you would come back here and do that for us. We have constitutions, and not all Moors go by all of this. I'm telling you about us. siStar El Cristina, and what you see us building, so that it's open for everyone. Because we're not arguing about we don't care what your religion is. Your first constitution is the 42 laws of Ma'at. And Ma'at says, I did not, I did not, I did not, I did not. So that's your first constitution, because if you can't be true with you, you cannot be true with the rest of us. Then there is a thing called the Zodiac Constitution. When you were born under a particular zodiac sign. We ain't got nothing to do with that. See, these are your constitutions to read for yourself that we think will help build you up. Then we have the divine constitution and bylaws that deal with the land and the people on the land and our relationship to other nations, which our treaty is a part of. That has to do with our international relationship with the world. So we have 3 constitutions, but 2 of them are strictly for you. The third one is the one that we execute on the land, the one that we put forth on the land within law in order to speak for ourselves and stand up for ourselves in order to build anything. See, these type of things must come before we even begin to talk about a militia, because what are they holding true to? What is that militia doing? Are they for sale?
So
We done help them get guns, and now they running around here and they selling guns and doing other things and taking over little we don't want anarchy. So those of us us adults, we must first unite and let them see unification. They must hear one word coming out of us, and then the militia's handled. But in building from that foundation of you're the Secretary of State, you're doing what the Secretary of State do. This is what we've been working. We have foreign policies already that we're asking you to look at. Because in what we're building, with no offense to anyone, if you call yourself Black and African American, you're a foreign person to us. You are with the United States, and there's nothing that we can help you with because you have put yourself and keeping yourself under the United States. So you are foreign to us. So after I tell you that, anything else that somebody else is foreign to us as Moors, as Aboriginals, as origines of this land, everybody else is foreign to us who goes under these different labels. If they're white, they're foreign. And so we do foreign work with them and foreign trade with them. That's how we talk about it. And that's how we deal with them on every level. But we should be able to talk to each other and then deal with these blocks. Because I don't know, like, what city and state are you from, siStar? siStar Yeezsus. Where you at?
I, I'm in Virginia.
You're in Virginia. Okay, you're up here by me. I'm in Connecticut. So
Oh,
have you ever heard of a free trade zone?
yes.
Do you know where they are in Virginia?
I can point them out. Yeah.
Okay, do you know where your main water wells are?
Uh, wouldn't that be
So
like in Milwaukee, Minnesota, or something like
no,
that?
no. In every what they call state, there are wells where your
Oh,
water.
okay. You talking about the? Oh, yeah. I know what. Oh, yeah. I know what. Yeah, I look and see where every one of them are. Yeah, you got me. There you go.
These are the things that we should know in all of our little counties and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
everywhere. Yeah,
We need to be able to, and when people talk about military is information. See, the first
information.
thing, everybody takes military and everybody takes military to the weapons, but military is information. The gathering of information is the first step of military. That's the first thing that they want. How they're going to handle, so they need to know
Right.
terrain and all of that. They want information first. So
Mhm.
when we talk about these different things, do we all really know what it is that we're talking about, or are we just saying what sounds good or what the perception that was given to us to operate from? And this is what's hindering us, and this is what's holding us back. So I'm not against anything that the siStar did say. It's just that I know that if that's your first answer, then there are things missing to this equation and puzzle, such as all that marching and stuff. They call it anti-violence.
Come on.
But then when I went to the class, anti-violence is violence, because the things that you're speaking out on that somebody else wants you to, they're upset that you're speaking. So since it's causing them to be upset, then this is violence anyways, even though it's anti-violence, because you're not supposed to do any violence. So then when people come up and spit on you and yell at, is y'all crazy? And y'all told me go get my mama for this? My
Look.
mother's not coming outside to play with y'all. Is y'all stupid?
Mm,
If my mother did come outside, do y'all know what it would be like? A whole bunch of elephants just came down on y'all. What are you talking about? Having my go get my mother, my sisters, my cousins, my brothers to come out here. My brothers better not stand there and let you spit on them and beat on them. Talking about it's for our rights. With rights don't cost that.
Mm-hmm.
Does not make you subject to abuse. So
Right.
those of us who operate in this manner and hold this tongue, like minds, we are coming to the table to pull us all together. And it'll be an honor to have you at the table, helping to make
Yes.
decisions and helping to see things. Because in our world, uh, the women are the law. And so through our constitutions and through our treaty, y'all are supposed to be like, we men got gonna do what we gotta do. But we always got to come home and answer to y'all whether or not we acted within law and correctly, because we're not out to be out here. See, we can't go to war saying we're defending ourselves, and then if you just check the history of war, at the end of the war, we're raping all the women and looting in people's homes. No, we want to stop people from killing us, and then after we stop them from killing us, this is over. We're not savages. So when we come
Right.
home, and mama need to be mad that her sons are out here acting beyond themselves. And they are, and so that any rules that we make, our laws that we make, should always be questioned by our mothers and what we're out here doing and saying and all of that. So this is a world where we defend our women and our families. We're not at combat with them in any kind of way. All we want to do is bring us all to the next level. And so we masculines are going to be masculine. You feminines do what y'all do. And we all meet in the middle and we all make this thing right for all of us. And that's what the part I'm looking for. I yield the floor.
No, for real, because we all wrong
yes.
until we get right.
Right. Come on. Right. Come
Right.
on.
So, you know, I feel like conversation kind of like segues into like the mental capacity of knowing who we are and how we operate and how we set boundaries for people to operate with us. You know what I'm saying? So let's go for a mental ride real quick.
Come on.
Inspired through debating topics with him. Who am I? Take a mental journey with me. Who am I? A journey of clarity to see. Let's go on a ride. Open up your eyes to see who I be. Got 100. Take a mental ride with me. I'm the spider that spun the web you think you caught me in. I will wrap you up for lunch. I am a hectagon, 100-sided angle. You can try to catch me if you can, but you don't know what angle I'm standing on. You gotta know the perception I'm in. I've elevated from a dodecagon, having 12 sides of perception. It's a mesmerizing sight on the web, spinning an intricate guise, weaving connections that will fool your eyes of enchanted illusions. I am a great investment in mystery. It's a cosmic dance with me. Threads intertwine, perceptions redefine. Watch as we sway, there's no delay in what we say. There's a web composed on topics we lay. Ain't gotta watch what we say. The silken whispers guide our way. All subjects on display. Silken whispers guide our way. Take a mental journey with me. On display. A journey of clarity to see. Open up your eyes to see. A hectagon, 100 sides to see. Follow me. Follow me. Climbing out of the woven webs of deceit. On 100 angles of truth. On a soulful journey of silken whispers. The hectagon is spellbinding of mysteries that mind-bending, filled with introspections where sanity is exposed. A hectagon. My spider web is a tangled maze. In time, you can find fragile threads of perception through experience and conversations with me. Follow me, testing your senses in bewilderness on the topics which lie beneath me. Have fun on the search for me. It's a delicate climb with me. You gotta be willing to go deep with me. To find a place to embrace the beauty of life with me. It's an escape of our souls. Progression, the mind mesmerizing confessions. Take a mental ride with me to open your eyes. To see what you cannot see on the course of making connections and clarity. To see a hectagon. It's a mental journey with me. Follow me. Take a mental ride with me. A journey of clarity to see. Open up your eyes to see. A hectagon has 100 sides to see. Come on, follow me. Take a mental ride with me. A journey of clarity to see. Mental journey with me. Open up your eyes to see. Of clarity. A hectagon has 100 sides to see. Up your eyes. Follow me. A hectagon, 100 sides to see. Follow me. Mental ride with me. Take a mental journey with me. A journey of clarity to see. Clarity to see. Open up your eyes to see. Open up your eyes to see. 100 sides. Follow me. To see. Follow me. Follow me.
Follow me.
Okay.
I told you. I told you, my twin. Come
It's
on.
Lana.
Okay, so so on the music for a minute. I remember when I first started writing music. Yeezus was one of the first people to review my music. She did a video about it was the song All About Love.
Hmm.
And it's one of those songs that was I really felt it in my heart. And I was still coming into, having the courage to really just be heard. And she really encouraged me to keep moving forward with the music early on in the stages of growth and development through this journey of musical artistry. So I just want to say thank you. I really do appreciate you listening to the music and sharing it. And she would share stories with me how she would be riding with people and they'd be going through something, and she'd be like, "Ooh, I should have just did a song like, hey, listen to this." She said, "Your music's so tough that." People can't really listen to it because it's making them think. They'd be like, "I can't listen. It sound good, but the message in it is creating a change, a transformation in me that I'm not ready to move with. So I don't want to, you know, dive into that." So she'd be like, "Well, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to
Put
help
in the
you."
back
So
burner.
I sure appreciate it. Right. You
Uh,
know what I'm saying? So everybody's not always ready for the
mm-mm.
message that you have at the time that you speak it. But I
Mhm.
believe that it's imperative when we do vlog or blog and document the journey that we're on, that that's when people can find it. That's how I came into mental magic, looking for having questions, looking for answers. And Frank Burrell was the only one who made sense to me at the time. So didn't you actually come through mental magic as well, Jesus?
Yes.
You was with so you know what you know where I'm coming from. It-
Exactly.
and I
You
know
was
where you coming from.
we was actually okay, you was actually going through mental magic and I was actually clarifying. Like I was your confirmation for you to keep
Mm,
pushing on to it. Remember, you was just like, yeah. And then you started showing me all the different houses and the different, yeah, come on, we was there.
yeah,
Different
you
formats. Yeah.
yeah yeah you was different. You've been with you have witnessed a lot of changes, um and you have been one of those solid uh, people that I know. I may not be able to reach you all the time physically, but I can meditate and I can feel the energy, the positive and healing energies coming from you. And then when we do talk, you be telling me what I was going through before I say it. And
Okay. The only reason why that happened, Nashida, is because when I say you my twin, okay, you are physically my twin. I feel like soon as the line opens, soon as like I teach people, you remember when we were little kids and we get the little can and we get the little string and then you had the other little can and we be talking through the can. Okay, as soon as that
hmm
frequency, as soon as that line opens, or I see you or at a video or at a your favorite husband Kevin whatever his name is
Kevin
the
Gates,
black,
hey, you better get it
yeah.
right. You already know what it is. Hey.
When I see you, it's like the energy tells me to watch over you. Look, it's not like, oh, I'm idling you, or it's like
I
automatically
never
it's gonna
felt like
say,
that.
Yes, yes. It's like,
Right.
okay, well, she's taking this ride. She's going to a club. Let me go to send my energy and sit in the passenger seat. You might not see me in the passenger seat, but I'm sitting in the passenger seat. I'm at the club with you. You see what I'm saying? And then the same way. It's just because I know I love you. That's love. That's just pure love. You understand what I'm saying?
I
I
do,
see
because
you.
I feel the same way, and I'm watching you just the same. So when I see you in a situation, I may not speak to you, but I do wish you well. You know what I'm saying? And I meditate on your well being, and that
Oh
so I see
yes,
you. I see your work. I see what you're doing. So you spoke
yes,
about you have spoke about the things that you do with the spirit and with the soul, with the human mind, right?
yes,
But
yes, yes.
you also are very creative. um what are some of those things that you create and that you have for sale, outside of connecting verbally? Like
I
you
have
have
a I
jewelry, or your those, what do you call those things, the things that you make, what are they called?
my
uh
bracelets.
the bracelets, but I'm talking about orbs and things.
Yes. Yeah, I make a lot I make
Orgons,
organs.
yes.
Yes, yes. I make
Yes.
organs. The organs is like it's transmitted energy like cloud busters. 11:11 on the clock, okay? It also helps with getting channels. You like we already got channels. We already channeling. We already getting information. We are when I'm saying to get information like from the trees, from like straight to it. Like you know how you pick up the phone and you get a dial tone. This is
Hmm.
what you get. This is what you getting now in your
So,
frequency.
in order to create and build something like that, you have to understand the language of the stones that you use,
The
or the
stones,
material.
the crystals, the
Crystals, yes.
stones, and the copper and the magnets you use. Yes.
Okay. And so do can so you can put different mixtures of those together to create that certain energy that a person may need based on a reading with you, and you can create something to help them manifest what it is that they need based off of what you feel or sense in the reading with them.
Yeah, yes, in their past life and their the vessel that they're living in is not them. It's the light in them. So what I'm doing is I'm transmuting the light and I'm giving it life. So when I'm talking to them and I'm talking to their life force, which is their grandparents, their uncles, their aunties, their somebody they had relationships with, I can channel into them by their breath. All I would need for you is to concentrate on your breath, because your breath is your life. That's where all your life
Facts.
force is. So I can get all your information off your breath.
Facts. I get that. Okay. So you do jewelry?
Yes, I do juries. I do jury. I do. I also do my vegan menu.
Yeah.
I went back into the ancient Akashic records when our ancestors used certain nuts and certain vegetables and certain fruits to nourish our bodies, to keep our bodies magnetic, keep us growing, keep us tall, keep us
So
living longer.
I wanted to ask you, because I was going to bring that up, and I'm glad that you did, because that's another thing that you do, and something that you've always been into is having a healthy menu. You would tell me, you would be the one that I would call and be like, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm going, what do I need? And you'll tell me what I need. I'll make up this little drink concoction or something, and then, or I will have already made something, and you'd be like, you already on it, So,
Exactly.
but you would be the confirmation that I would always go to know how to deal with what was going on inside my body and my mind or whatever. And so I was going to ask you, would you be interested, and also to introduce this idea to Elia as well, but I was wondering if you would be interested in giving me the ingredients to the walnut burgers, and you can come on here and we can make them together.
Okay, that's another thing because the walnut meat is also a product. But I can show
Oh,
you the
okay.
way. You see what I'm saying? I have it where you can purchase it and then
Oh,
yeah, you can purchase the walnut meat and then when you get the walnut meat on your table, me and you will get on a virtual call and then I will help you through it. See,
there
that's what
you
I'm saying.
go.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. So for
Cuz
anybody who
cuz
is
cuz you
interested,
cuz you got
uh-huh.
to remember, the cartoon SpongeBob. There's this one thing called planting. What is he always looking for?
Is
The
it, I don't
recipe
know.
to the
Is it,
the
oh,
recipe the recipe to the
Krabby
Krabby Patty.
Patties. Yeah, you're right. I'm not that.
No, baby. No, I'm not saying that. That was always what I
I know. I'm just kidding.
cuz in order for us to establish, the nation, you know what I'm saying, we have to build our creations within each other. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying like, okay, well maybe you might have something over there that we could trade, but the walnut meat has to be sold because it's a product. You see what I'm saying? That's already been labeled and it already been jarred up and it's already been
Okay.
yeah. So it's
But
like
I
okay,
ain't, look, that was new information. I ain't know. You know what I'm
So the
saying? So,
Walmart burgers are national security.
yes, 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 yes.
okay. So how much is it?
Okay, I got the small bottles, which would be the personal. That's a $30 bottle. Then I got a medium sized bottle, which is a $45 bottle. Okay, that's a two-person. Like if you having a date over or somebody gonna eat with you. And then I got a family which feeds five, because my family was five children. I have a family of five. That one runs like 150 because you can alternate that with one person and feed yourself for 30 days
Mm,
off of a
okay.
five-person meal. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. So, all right.
And, and that's all your info on the back wall.
Yes.
And so you take your payments through Cash App,
Yes, I'll take my payments through Cash App. And then
okay,
I
and your
also and then we
orders.
all
How do you?
my orders come by okay, say if a person wants 30 of them. If you do wholesale, we do wholesale. We do what do you call them? Uh oh, I just lost that thought. Okay.
Consignment.
It's consignment. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So,
Hey, wait,
but
can I say this? Can I say this?
yes,
Yes.
Tell
Yes.
y'all again, when it comes to industry, law, government, don't mess with me. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing.
facts.
I say, I say.
That's good stuff right there. Okay. Um, So, we did want to play other music tonight, but due to technical difficulties, I cannot. Are you able to play any other selections of music, Elia? Like through here?
And I also, Sheeta, I also do events
Okay.
too. I do
And,
weddings. I do, yeah, I do events too.
okay, so what do you do at these events? Like what would constitute an event for you?
Basically, like if a person having like a baby shower or and they're vegan, then I could do the planning the food, making the vegan food, because there's a lot of people being vegan now. So
Mhm.
they don't have people that cater. They don't have people that come to, so they have to go to restaurants. Somebody's
Right.
sitting there actually making your vegan food while you having a wedding or you having a baby shower or you having, yeah, you just having time out. You might be watching a football game. You just, yeah, you want your food.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna have to get some of that walnut meat from you so we can do that, because I wanna taste and see what this walnut meat is all about. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't no, because I've done the walnut meat before and it is not easy to make it not taste like walnuts and be crunchy and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if you have perfected that, I am ready to experience that right there, because I really want to go from, I don't want to eat meat, but I want things that you make with meat. But I know there's like, I'll eat mushrooms and things like that, but
you
I'm
you
really
know
trying to find something for my daughters too.
you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. It's
Hmm.
like this. It's really like this. It's the created mind, the mind of creation. It's like being a professor and the class, the class. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you purchase the walnut meat, my love, my sweetheart, I would take you base by base, show you. You can make your burgers, you can make you a meatloaf, you can make you some spaghetti, you can make whatever you.
Meatloaf.
Yes, I know how you love your meatloaf. I will show you with the walnut meat how to make your meatloaf.
And meat patties with gravy.
Yes, this shit, what they call it, Swiss balls.
Yeah. I'm
Yes,
so
ma'am.
very intrigued. Yeah. So I gotta be a woman of my word. We saying this on here because we were like, hey, what happened to the walnut meat show?
No, we gonna do that because I'm telling you, I'm gonna take you step by step, and you're gonna be like, and then it's just gonna hit you, and you're gonna say, "Oh, okay, I see what it is. I see what it is." Because if you think plant, and everybody know when you go in the store, they saying everything is plant based. That's read the ingredients. Plants don't have everything that they putting in it. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And where the nuts come from? They come from plants under the ground. They come from the ground. They come from the root. It's a plant. Okay. So when you think about it, meat, nuts. Then you got people that call themselves allergic to nuts. That's not what it is. That's just something that they putting in the mind. No, you're not allergic to the nuts. Your mouth is swelling up because the simple fact is your body is adjusting the nut.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a
No.
certain.
See, yes, exactly. And see what you saying. Okay. So, for instance, I was just having this conversation because I am so sick and tired of taking medications, and so they said when you deal with medication for cancer and things like that, they say don't eat grapefruit. And I think I was talking to you in the beginning when I was like, I can't eat grapefruit. You know what I'm saying? And I was eating up a whole bunch of grapefruit. I love grapefruit. So now you mean tell me I can't eat grapefruit? So come to find out, you can't eat grapefruit because it has a adverse reaction to the medication.
Meditation.
But the medication that it has an adverse reaction to is the same thing that the grapefruit also is good for high blood pressure and blood circulation and cardiac type of issues. Grapefruit is good for those things. So if you
And
taking medications for those things, you can't eat the natural fruit
then
because there's a
if
adverse
you take
reaction.
if you take the peeling of the grapefruit and you blend that down, you see what I'm saying?
And then
And then
take it
you
in the powder form. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, this is the type of stuff right here. See, now you finna have me grinding up because let me tell you something. I learned what papaya seeds. Papaya seeds, they attract draw out toxins from your no, like worms and stuff. You know, parasites.
parasites,
Yeah,
yes.
it
Mm-hmm.
detoxes the body of parasites when you eat papaya seeds. So I also learned that papaya seeds are good for inflammation and pain.
From the pain,
And so when
yes.
I was dealing with my back pain really bad, and my daughter was having some pains in her body, I made her a tea of it, and I also made myself a tea. And she was like, "Yeah, I feel better." She hasn't complained about it was like menstrual cramps, and so it's good for that. And so
Take
she ain't had no issues with it since.
take you some take your time out, get you some pineapple capsules. I mean not pineapple, but
The vegetable capsules.
coconut or vegetable capsules, and get your papaya seeds and blend them up and make your own little capsules. And
Yeah,
take them as how much you
and
want to take them.
I'm gonna start doing that also with aloe vera powder and
Yes.
fennel powder,
Yes. Yes.
um sea moss. Like I have learned how to get around the sea moss powder, and I make a sea moss tea now with lime. And so I even have the girls drinking it because they couldn't stand the taste of sea moss. So, but they're actually been drinking the sea moss.
And get you some black
You,
seed oil. Get you some black
oh
seed
yeah,
powder too.
that part right there. I know I need that. Um, and so yeah, so those capsules are gonna be that's gonna be what I need to get because I already got some stuff here to take. It's just
Mhm.
I need those, but I need one of those. I seen a advertisement for it. You just put all the caps in there, and then you pour the stuff in there, and
Mhm.
then it puts the top
It's
on it
fair.
for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, automatically fill it and close it. I
Yep.
need that. I
It's
need
coming.
that.
It's coming.
Yes.
It's already there.
Because I want the girls to take these things that they need. So because we are not we don't get vaccinations, and
And then
we are
again, then it's
exempt.
and then you just we just also created you another product too.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what exactly. So these are the economics of our thought system right here. As we are coming together and uniting in this communication this evening. You know what I'm saying? This is so very powerful. And I'm grateful for your presence here and those who are in the comments. Look at these comments. Okay. So
Wow.
okay. Cosmic Minds is in here representing. Um and that's what's up. And also Philly is up in here representing. Okay, so I'm so happy that soursop is good too. Yes, it is. And hibiscus, yes, it is. And you
Yes,
want to know
hibiscus.
something? Ooh,
Hibiscus.
I have been making hibiscus tea, but I didn't realize I could have been doing it a lot
Mm.
simpler. Just let it steep in hot water, and then you know what I'm saying. I got a whole bag of hibiscus tea up in here right now, and I have been doing like big pots of it, adding lemon with it with some ginger, and it's good like that with some honey. Yes,
I'm
indeed.
I'm I'm acting like that my family because I've been fasting all day, so I'm sitting here and
Oh,
I'm hearing the herbs, and I'm hearing and it's making my body feel like it's receiving it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
yes.
appreciate this.
Yes. Okay then. So
Can I respond to
I
Cosmic
yield.
Mind?
Absolutely.
Okay. So Cosmic Mind, when you say build offline, if you looked at my library, I have nothing but files around me in paperwork. That's basically my life. I have a few books, but the main thing I have is files because our hand and what we write with our hands is more lawful than any other instrument that we want to use. So even when it comes to protecting our documents, copywritten and stuff like that, the main thing that I wrote was written in hand, and I just sent it a copy to the siStar Akshita today. So see, that's offline, and the way that because they hold the Moorish Science Temples meetings on Facebook and stuff like that. So at that time, you're being taught how to act offline. You're being shown how to act offline. And I don't want to say the Moorish Science Temples and leave it in your mind like a church, a masjid, a mosque, a synagogue. I do want to leave it in your mind that Prophet Noble Drew Ali was the only one who told us to stop calling ourselves Black and African American. I do want to leave it in your mind that Prophet Noble Drew Ali pointed out our treaty. I do want to leave it in your mind that Prophet Noble Drew Ali left us our Constitution and bylaws on for the land. I do want us to recognize that Haile Selassie I said, Ethiopia no more, Addis Baba. So that when we make the decisions and you hear the things that we're saying about how we operate offline, then you too understand how we move. So offline, if you say you're, but I started with Secretary of State, right? Let's go to another one. Uh, I don't want to say defense. The edification board. You want to head up our edification board. So then you go and you read what what the education school board and the government, what they do, what they're supposed to do, and all that, and you modify it. What you know is wrong, you cut out. What you could know is right, keep and add and build, and then you before it actually becomes what you do, you have to take it before the mothers and let them read through it and let them scrutinize everything. Uh, they'll tell us, yo, you brothers need to read this part right here. Y'all need to read this because of security reasons. See, we have a system. The question is, will everybody act in it? And you say everybody's saying offline, but the best thing we could do right now is everybody get in touch for a Zoom meeting. Then in your actual capacity, you have to be offline. Everybody has to be in their capacity offline. It's not something worn on Friday for the temple and then on Sunday for the temple. It's something that you live, you breathe this, being free. Every little sentence can get you locked up. Know that in every word is a contract when you're dealing outside. When we're talking to each other like this and we're building, this is a trust. And right now you're getting the public part of the trust and how the trust operate and how we deal with each other. So anything and everything that everybody tried to say that would stop this, I'm Caesar. It's not going to stop it. I'm coming up against everything. It's not going to stop it. The only thing that's going to stop it is individuals not coming on, taking on a part and doing it. That's the only thing that's going to stop it. Other than that, nothing else is going to stop it. And I'm not going to stop. Until they bury me, I'm not going to stop. And I'm going to keep talking like this. And I say everybody's accountable. As far as I'm concerned, everybody's accountable. So especially you're asking questions, You have ideas, but you don't want to put them to the test. You don't want to pick up the other information that we're talking about and read the other and then see how it applies to your existence, to our existence. And so then that's not my fault. And then when you realize, because everybody just want to do money, right? I'm gonna tell you, I'll help you jump out the window. I have no problem, and I don't feel bad if you jump out the window. Every one of us have the opportunity to access this trust, free and clear of anybody else. In the law of the world, when you access this trust through the birth certificate and social security card, you become a sovereign. And in most cases, you will become a sovereign citizen and you will enjoy certain rights and benefits. But should a war ever break out on this land, you will not have any friends and you will be amongst the first people arrested during a war. So, because you're not a nation and you haven't backed yourself with a nation. So, you can access the trust if you want to. You make yourself a belligerent. And all you got to do is read. You'll see it in the rules. You'll see it in the law. Once you see it in the law and equity that this is a national thing, then you have a home here, and the rules and regulations of that home are here. The biggest rule is the self you. That's the biggest rule is you. I self law am Islam. That's Islam. That's Islam. And I self law am master. I tell me what not to do and what to do, when to do it, where to do it. I do that. I take accountability for that. I'm responsible for that. And I know what my duties are to my nation and myself. And I act on these things every day, daily. And if we don't comprehend it that way, let me say it this way. Every day, 350 people are guaranteed to get up and go to work for at least 8 hours to make plans on how to abuse you and me. And now that I said 350, we can multiply that times 20 until we have like 1 million people who go to work every day to mess me and you over. How many of us go to work and they do it together and they do it in public? They do it right in our face and we help them. And we're wrong for standing up and doing it right back in their face. And it's not to be funny. It's not to piss people off, but just know this is who we are. This is what we're doing. Take your hands off us. We don't have to march down the street looking like fools, talking about no justice, no peace. And then 50, 60 years from now, when people say, well, what happened to all the black people and the Negroes and the colored? And then they show it. Well, they didn't want any justice or peace, baby. Look, we tried to give it to them. You see how we live, and we had civilized. They didn't want to fall into civilization. See them running around talking about no justice, no peace. See them burning down their homes and businesses. That's what everybody be looking at. So this is the move to bring us together to the table with intelligent minds, where everybody participating where they feel like they have the tenacity to feel. And then you come in and you fill that position and you hold that position down for us. And then as we grow, other people will come in under you. And if you're worried about money, we'd have to go into a Zoom meeting. And then I'll tell you, I could tell you about money right now, yeah, but I don't want to take it up. So when it comes to money, as we gravitate in this conversation, if we get there, we get there. I yield the floor.
Well, I mean, for those who have not heard us speak before, we have an archive on YouTube at We the People 4343, where if you're interested in just reviewing the information that has already been spoken on did that come
Your
through?
mic,
Because I seen
your mic,
right.
your mic is buzzing.
Okay. I don't know. Let me see if I take this. Okay. So is that better?
Now you
Can
sound
you
like
hear
you're in a
me?
bowl. Now you sound like you're in a bowl.
What about now?
Still in a
No,
bowl.
What is this?
They
It's
just
going. It
mad
wants me. Okay, so the universe,
there you go.
they mad. Why?
Cause you want ear anyway. Cause they messed up your other computer. You wasn't supposed to make it on.
I was not supposed to make it on tonight. As I was getting ready for the show, I'm talking about. I'm trying to get everything set up, and my phone, my computer starts going off. Here it is, right here. Important security message. Your computer has been locked up. Your IP address was used without your knowledge or consent to visit websites that contains identity theft virus. To unlock the computer, please call support immediately. Please do not attempt to shut down or restart your computer. Doing that may lead to data loss and identity theft. The computer lock is aimed to stop illegal activity. Please call our support immediately. Important security. Now, when I called the support twice, I had the elevator music on, and then the phone call hangs up. So
Wow.
my computer has been compromised, and so this is what it is. So I'm grateful that I had an alternate device, because I was like, that would be so crazy tonight. Yeezys won't come on, then everything want to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that just lets me know right there the type of energy that you bring to this communication, because it was already, you know what I'm saying, booming. But then it's like when more people come on, more people come on and show themselves and proclaim who they are and state what it is that you bring to the table. That's the interference and the corruption
yes,
in the
yes.
system. You know what I'm
It
saying?
gets
We
clearer now.
create glitches.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Now, so it's I know I'm a glitch already. I done walked into stores and they got to reset their whole computer twice sometimes on my transaction. It was working fine for everybody else, but then I walk up and get it to do my transaction and everything shut down. And this happened to me on the same day at two different locations, the DMV and AutoZone. They had to restart their systems on the same day to complete my transaction. So I already know. I told them, I said, yeah, I'm a glitch. And they just
Glitching.
look at me. Yeah, I'm
Mm,
serious.
yeah, you serious? Not a joke.
I'm so for real.
You
I
can't
Yeah.
believe,
believe you.
you said it. You wasn't supposed to tell them.
No.
Oh,
You,
okay. Yeah. It's just fun. It's fun to say stuff like that and then see the disbelief in their face. And then what that does is it tests me to whether their disbelief will change me, and it doesn't. Now there was a time where someone else's disbelief would interrupt my belief in what I had going on, because of what we talked about last week, having lack of confidence. So this week we're talking about leading in our own lives, and that takes growth and development to get to the point to where other people's opinions about you doesn't change you. And a lot of times we think, that it's the person, and it don't be the person all the time. Sometimes the universe will strike something up in a person just to test you, to test your love, to test your faith, to test your patience, to test your knowledge and information, to test your walk, to test your talk. Are you consistent with who you say you are everywhere you are, or just over here or over there? Or are you like that everywhere? You know? So it don't always be something against you. It's something to test you, to bring you into your power.
If you don't like me on here, you won't like me in person.
That part. No. For real. You felt that, didn't it? Cause it's true. You meet people in person and they be like, I ain't know it was real. No, yeah. Cause you jumped out of character when the camera went off.
So speaking on that, this is what I want to say. When like just like El said, when I meet people or I come into their presence, they think I'm gonna sugarcoat stuff, or they think I'm gonna play their roles or whatever, but they're not knowing I'm doing exactly what I've been doing the whole time. Is always meditating, moving to a higher frequency, keeping everything balanced. Uh, Everything is like a class to me, but I'm beyond a university. You see what I'm saying? So when I be like talking to people or meet people or whatever, I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna be the same. And yeah, they're not gonna like it.
You are the
Cause
university.
exactly.
Hmm.
And it come and
So
to come to this university, you gotta be coming with truth. Ain't no
that
coming to the
part.
door and just sitting in the class thinking you're gonna learn something and then you're gonna seep out the information to other people. Ain't going down like that. We
Medication.
go yeah,
You was right.
medication.
You
Yeah,
was right.
medication and meditate. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that meditation is medication for your soul.
Exactly. Exactly.
And see, and we talking about using uh the resources that come naturally from Mother Earth to heal the body, but then also we need medication for the soul, and that's meditation.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
a lot of times people ask, how do you meditate? Because they have a hard time even quieting their own minds. And I remember that I used to be like, shut up, Christina. God dog. Like, you can't just be quiet for a minute. Dang. I got tired of myself because I was so busy in my mind. I was dealing with anxiety, depression, and all these different things. And so I've always been a homebody and a loner. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to reawaken. And that reawakening moment was when I lit my first joint after not smoking for years. So I quit smoking when I joined the army. And I may have smoked one little joint or whatever while I was in, got away with it. But I didn't smoke the whole time I was in for 12 years. And so after that, years after that, Mariah, I think, was like 4. Aisha was like 7 or 8. And I had started smoking. It was like 2016. And I rolled up my first joint after all this, and it was like I just had this epiphany of information, and everything just started flowing to me, and I started talking about stuff like the pineal gland, and you know what I'm saying. And that's when I was in mental magic as well. So that course of information was also awakening me to be able to receive those things, you know what I'm saying. So it was marijuana. So people misuse and abuse marijuana, but marijuana
Exactly.
can be used as a medication
Medication. Come on.
for depression, and anxiety.
Anxiety.
And a lot of people who have never smoked before are now able to use these dispensaries and get like edibles and things like that, and they're medicating themselves. But a lot of people that you see in these dispensaries, you would never think that they were using marijuana in any sense, but it's become so openly acceptable now. A lot of people have let their guard down as far as being judged by it. Excuse me. I
Exactly.
see elderly people. I see all kind of people. If you've never been to a dispensary, you already know what
Yeah.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Hmm.
you can't judge a book by its cover, and you got to give props to Mother Earth
Yes, that
for all
part.
her healing properties.
I lost two good women behind the smell of weed.
The smell of weed,
Because
I could smell weed all day.
one of them smoke now because it's legal.
Are
Look
you
at that.
kidding
Look at
me?
that. Look at that. Hmm.
Wow.
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, look, the only reason it bothered them is because they wanted to do it and they couldn't. They felt like they couldn't.
They had a mask on. Well,
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, Ashita, because I'm a mother of five. I was a teen mother. I raised five children by myself, and what kept me going was my marijuana, was my puff puff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they would say, "You raised five children, and all you did was smoke." I said, "All I did was smoke my ganja." You know what I'm saying? So my children thought they were incense. So they were like, "Oh, mom smoked incense." So now that they older, they like, "Oh, this is what you was smoking." Yeah, okay. Yeah, so yeah, that's how my meditation started. Smoking my ganja. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So coming into that meditation and everything, um, the love for uh the stones and things. I know you have a certain connection with crystals and stones. When
Okay.
did you find that passion?
That passion came from all right, if you know what arthritis is,
Mm-hmm.
you know what that feel like, all right? Now, with the stones and the crystals, it's like what's in your body that's missing, all right? If y'all remember the yellow brick road, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Every character had a significant need, okay? You had the heart, okay? You had the tin man and the oil. Oil is the crystals. This is what they getting out the grounds. Crystal penetrate oil. All right. Now, when I got connected with them is one day I was just walking and I looked down and it like shined to me, you know what I'm saying? And I picked it up and then that's when I noticed I didn't feel this pain in my hand no more.
Mm.
Because I always had like a stiffness in my hands and my elbows and then when I moved to Oklahoma City, I was at the beach. They call it a sandy beach, and it's like at nighttime. You go at nighttime, and these crystals they all light up. Okay, and
Okay.
when I walked up and looked at them, and I'm like, what are they? They say they call them Mike Monites or Monites. At night they glow and stuff. And I picked them up, and my whole body was like a whole different energy. And I was taught by those people that was with me that our body is crystals inside of them. And
Mm-hmm.
as we crystallize these crystals, we will be attracted to certain crystals that would align our bodies, align our inner cores, which is our light body.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. And it's like you're my mind is like over here like, ooh, what you saying? Because have you ever heard of the petrified forest?
Exactly. Thank you.
Okay,
I
so
was just
that's here. in Arizona, and I want to take my daughters on a trip to the petrified forest because I believe that okay, so once I heard about the petrified forest, but then I saw this documentary or some kind of, on social media, they were slicing the crystals or the stones, and it looked like meat, it looked like bacon strips, it looked like, so it was like,
the
how is this
universe,
not
the
alive?
universe, the universe. You looking at it as meat. You looking at it as the fine of meat. But if you look at the universe, how it spirals and move, and when they cut that crystal, it looks like the universe. It looks like your womb, your inside of your body. If you look at the inside of your body, what it look like? Spirals. Am I right? That's your
Right.
intestines.
Well, but what I'm saying is that if we are crystal, or crystals come from us, then we crystallize. And so
Exactly.
that also, the crystallization process, is that also like calcification, only it's uh you understand what I'm saying? The calcification is the hardening of mucus. So that's not a good hardening on inside the body.
Mm-mm.
But
That's what they
after
call it.
we when we pass on and our body goes back to the earth, the natural process of crystallization takes place from within. And so that's how these trees look like. They positioned in poses of human form. Um, you know how you have these mountains that look like uh,
Hips and thighs
giants.
and yeah.
They look like different forms of not
Forms.
just not just man, but also animal species.
Yes. Yes.
So fossils are calcification, and petrified is crystallization.
Exactly.
And so to be petrified is also like to be they say that petrified me. You that would that made that you know how they say you turn the stone, like you scare somebody to stone or something like
Yeah.
that. Or what was
Yeah.
the
I know what you're
myth
talking.
of Medusa? She would turn people to stone,
To stone.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so
Exactly.
that's so I believe that, and what you're saying right now with these stones that you found at this beach, you said you go out there at night. Well, these stones were sitting in the sun all day getting energized by the sun, and then they become fluorescent at night under the light of the moon. And I
In the
think that is
water.
so. And the water, yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
Just mention the water, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so, you touching this and feeling that energy immediately, that's a trip worthy for a journey. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
To go to
Mm-hmm.
that place, to have that experience. You know what I'm saying? And you would be the guide for that journey. You know, there's some things that we could talk about offline, but I really, we've talked about this before, the women's retreat, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And us
Yes, we
getting
did.
together and doing
Mm-hmm.
things, and not only that, having RVs and going, the
Going
matriarch on the
next way,
move, matriarchs on the move, mom,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
The,
we've
and
already
then
been
and then
developing
you switch
things.
you switch the W and the W over and you got wow. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. We
So
manifested the things way before all this. So now we seeing it constructing now. It's called it's constructing. We building walls around it. Floor mats.
yes,
That's all we did. That's all we doing. And we still
we
doing
had
it.
to create the blueprint.
Yes.
Organizing and facilitation on a daily basis outside of your temples, churches, mosques, whatever else, synagogues,
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary. We've been stagnant in movement as our own people, and every time we try to go get a senator or a congressman. We're not going to get anyone. We are handing all of them lawful documents from ourselves and our persons as a unit that they must abide by. We're not asking anyone or anything. And again, none of this is abusive. It is our right.
Yes, we must stand up to our rights.
You said as a unit. Now
Yes.
that doesn't. So basically, this is where we have been going wrong for a long time. Is the fact that the information is out there, and if the information is valid, it's written properly. But because you are an individual, they can team up on you, take you down, just like what's this brother name that you following? Rashad. What's his name?
His name is Rashad Jamal White.
Yes.
White.
So he's been held, basically kidnapped and held against his will for speaking out. He got people following him, but where's the unity in moving the way he's moving? So, on those terms, the situation with what's his name, the Carbon Nation.
The Carbonation, which one you talking about?
Yeah, they was living out there in Central America and Mexico. What's his name? Nature Boy.
Nature Boy. Come on. Thank you.
And
It is.
so they did the whole thing, but what they did, they detached and was under his rule without any type of uh having to be accountable for his behavior towards the people. He used them as slaves rather than brethren or family,
Exactly.
and used the women for sexual purposes rather than the manifestation of love. And so they weren't getting proper care and treatment. Babies were dying and things. So it's been a lot of things that have been called into investigation because of that. And so because of that, a lot of people was believing in that and were moving, taking all their money and moving, giving all their money to him, and they were living as a community, as a nation outside of the United States. He accomplished that, but the benefits that came from it was harm and injury to so many people. And then come to find out,
You said then to come find out. Go ahead.
Nature Boy did the harm.
Yes.
Then come to find out, I lost my train of thought just then.
I got you. And then his training and how he was treating people, it has nothing to. See, this is what it is. A lot of this boy did is feed these people unhealthy knowledge, okay? And then he sold himself, and then what he did is he traded them all off, okay? That's why he ended up messing with a whole nother cult with these. I don't even want to call the names out. And what I'm saying is, if you will go back and listen to effeminate leaders, which we would call Tupac Shakur and Mama said, when it comes to our brethrens and it comes to our messiahs and our narrow rules, they always use sex and they always use children and women to confine them. That's another issue that we having. When we build nations, we had to have strong-minded women that know how to lead.
That part.
Because as soon as somebody come and say, "Oh, I want this God, or I want this Messiah," you're gonna have to beat the hell out of me before or kill me because I'm not giving you that information. This is where a lot of these women are like, okay, well, I take 2,000, I take 5,000, and take a Messiah out. So this is what I'm saying. When we building ourselves to be strong-minded, not weak-minded. Know when to love and know when to pull off. It's like a trigger.
Islamism. I can't say anything to that except Islamism, because that's what it is. That's what it is.
Because we're not just dealing with people, we're dealing with entities that are living in these people. And
That
they
part.
live it, and they hungry. They hungry for souls like us.
Yes.
So it ain't like we running a race. We running a race to keep our souls and keep it pure and be around the people that can take us up the jack of what the beanstalk of the giant, the big giant, because we are giants. And if we move that way, they would not mess with us.
Amen. Amen. But too many of us are cowardly. Too many of us have brought into the whole idea of I own something when you own nothing. That's why you think you own your car and your home, but they will take it from you because they actually own it. That's what all their taxes are for and mortgage, so that they can come back and take it from you. And so, yes, ma'am.
My thing is, if you look at the format of the pyramid of how they eat, I'm gonna say they eat. If you eat chicken, you're gonna be a coward. What is a chicken? What do a chicken do? It runs. You gotta chase the chicken. What do a cow do? It sits around and mope about what? Moo, moo. You hear me? What do a pig do? It's mines. It's mines. This is what the food is doing to the mind.
Okay. I gotta say something about. I'm not saying nothing about the pig, but the chicken and the cow, sister. You cook all the vegetarian meals you want. There's gonna be some chicken with some type of beef ribs, roast, gonna be sitting right next to that vegetarian meal you made.
And I understand that. What I'm saying is what they're putting out for their plate to be served. If we working on our own land and we serving our chickens and our whatever meat they're gonna consume, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the vegetarians are visionaries. They're the ones that visionary and see things. Meat eaters, I'm not against meat eaters, but I'm not consuming it. But I'm saying if what they putting in the meat, what they call they sell giving to our people in these grocery stores is giving these illusions to our people. Because everybody not this is what Yeezsus believe. Everybody not understanding. A lot of our people, church people, they call themselves Jesus people. They go to church on Sundays. There's churches all over the place. A majority of the people leave church. What are they eating? Chicken. How do they consume so many chickens? Okay? Excuse my French. They're not having that much sex to give these people chicken. So they're modifying chicken. They're
Okay,
modifying the meat.
Because I don't eat
So this,
farm fresh, whatever they call it.
yes, you see what I'm saying. I stayed in Oklahoma, and I used to take a walk, and they used to have these cows lined up. You hear me? And they used to be out there like they auction out cars and houses. They was auctioning out cows. I asked the man, "What are you doing the cow for?" "Oh, I'm butchering it for meat. I'm butchering it for steaks." "Oh, okay, that's what y'all doing." And I'm looking at these cows malnourished with the fur and stuff, and I'm looking like, "Oh, okay, this meat right here, they call this non-Angus. Then this one over here look brown and good, and the skins are healthy and everything. But then when you really take a look and take heed in it, when that cow gets sick, guess what's coming out the cow? Guess what the owner got to do every day to that cow, or every other day? He got a doctor on it, and pus is coming out the cow. So if you consuming the cow, what are you putting in your body? And then
I'm not even.
on top of that, in building a nation, if we're gonna have women having children, you're gonna want them to be healthy, bringing in the seeds. You're gonna want them to be breastfeeding. When you're breastfeeding, you're gonna be feeding them vegetables, and you're gonna be feeding them fruit. You're gonna be feeding them healthy foods. You're gonna be protein. You got protein shakes, no meat. This is what we're here to teach our people, the truth.
Y'all try and get rid of barbecue ribs.
Hey, look, my guy. Listen, my guy. I can make you some barbecue ribs. You wouldn't even know they barbecue. We wouldn't even know they vegan. Barbecue ribs. You would? Are you serious? I know my people like chitlins. I got some vegan chitlins for them. I'm just saying, this is healthy food. No, guilt-free food.
That just calling it that's guilt.
You got look. Everybody, our people like our people. Our people like chicken. Our people like they like, some people like they bacon. Some people like they fish. I know how to can make it the way it needs to be made, and you wouldn't even know it was vegan. It's art. Food is art, and it's love. Food is love, you guys. And then when you eat the right, proper food, you will feel the love coming through your body. You just be amazed what's going on with you. And I know a lot of people been seeing it. That's why I said my vegan restaurant, or our vegan restaurant as a nation, will be mobile, because mobilizing moves around. It circulates. Rashida, where you at? I'm calling you. I'm channeling you. 1212. Where you at, my love?
Well, it says, but she's not on here.
That's what I'm saying. There she go. Come on. That's called channeling. That's called talking to your sister in the mental. Because when you talk to her in the mental, she'll pull up. There you go, baby.
It was your turn that time.
Can you see me?
Yes, we see you.
I can't see myself. I'm gonna screenshot this and show you what I see, because I only see like a little slit. There's a lot of feedback.
She had no control.
So what's that big fruit called that they? It's both of you are, I guess, a mute. Y'all are mute.
This is crazy.
Yep, it's all good.
Y'all see this happening, right?
Can you hear me?
hear you
Now
now. Now I see myself on the screen. This is crazy. This ain't never happened like this before.
we all just flipped around just now.
It's like flip, flip. We flipped.
So
I just gotta say, wow,
what's the big fruit called that they eat and they call it meat?
jackfruit.
Jackfruit.
Try some of that.
Okay.
That jackfruit is good.
Is it juicy?
It can be. You
Yes.
cook it right.
It's
Yes.
very, very juicy.
You have to
It
cook
take
it.
it's the best meat texture fruit that I have had.
Can you eat it?
You
Can
can
you
eat
eat
it raw with some seasoning on it. Season it real good. Powder, only powder, no salt. Season it real good with powder. Some turmeric, some ginger, some garlic. Yeah, yeah. You season it real good. You can eat it. You can make wraps and rolls and tacos. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wraps
I
and
have
rolls.
some videos of my jackfruit meals I have made. I got some jackfruit in there now.
You could take an eggplant and make a fish sticks with it.
We made pizza on
Eggplant too. Yep.
eggplant, but I didn't
Hmm.
realize how porous the eggplant is. So you have to literally brush on the oil. You cannot pour oil on a eggplant because it will suck it up and it will act like it was never there. And when you
That's what.
cook it, it gets all wilted and soggy, and that's not what you want.
Well, the best one you can have to make your pizza is get
Hey,
a
see, hey,
zucchini.
L, yeah, see, mute your mic, please. I couldn't take it no more. And every time I mute, it don't change.
It
Do
changed as
you?
soon as he muted.
Yeah, can you didn't hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. I was wondering. I thought it was me for a minute.
L, yeah, did you hear it?
Go like this. There we go
No,
again.
no, because it's probably my fan behind me blowing in.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's probably exactly what it is.
what it is.
That
Mm-hmm.
sound, that wind. But yeah. So okay, I can't play no music. This thing, the tablet died on me, and it's plugged up to the charger. So how that happened, I don't know.
Mm.
But all this time that we've been on here and it's been charging, it's on 1%.
Mm.
So I got the wrong type of charger for it, is what that means.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah. So but we're gonna figure this whole thing out with the computer and this let this tablet charge or whatever. So in the meantime, I'm digging the fact that even though I'm having these challenges, I'm still here with
Mm-hmm.
y'all, and I'm grateful for this night. So where are we going from here? Um we don't even need to ask you how you lead in your own life, because you are you are a present example of that, um in just in your presence and your communication. So do you have any questions for us?
No, cause
Anything?
now did you know me? I read. I'm a reader, so I
Yeah.
read. Everybody energy is beautiful and abundance. Um, I really don't have no questions. I'm just right now. I'm just flowing. I appreciate both of y'all. Appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you. for being here.
Yes, appreciate love. And appreciate love for any future work that may be done. Uh, and so, again, the suggestion is that we all make ourselves available for Zoom once or twice a week, where other things can be explained and we can show just how far we come and why we need other people to come in and take positions. And then when I say start filing documents, I do mean start filing documents that you have established with your own hand inside of the office for the things that we need. That's going to be the law. So even to the point of speaking on law, right? So in their world, they have marriage. And prior to marriage, if two people get together, then the woman is a harlot. I hardly ever heard the masculine called anything, but the woman is a harlot, this, that, and the other thing. If they have a child, the children they call them bastards because it's supposedly it's out of wedlock. So with us going back to ourselves and being accountable, no child in particular, but we're talking about all the way down to the child. You two nasty little people done touched each other. Y'all are now intertwined. And all of the adults are going to respect it and show their children that they need to respect that y'all are intertwined. So anybody who touches anybody, y'all are now intertwined. Now, in your intertwinement, so that it is not just a common law thing, we operate in trust. So instead of you going to get a license, you two will write out a trust of wants and don't wants and things that's between y'all. Y'all done already consummated. We're out of it. Now y'all gonna write out a trust, and that's your relationship as a trust that will be turned over to the church or whatever proper authorities we deem necessary to put them down as an intertwined couple as each other's masculine and feminine side. And cheating in this union is seen as treason, as traitorous, because the home is the first government. And so when we talk, this is how we talk in law for all of us. Now, do you see the benefits of that type of relationship, siStar Yeezsus?
Yeah, I see the benefits in that relationship, but I also see the benefits in the relationship of the poly relationship too, as sister wives and stuff like that, which helps out the Messiah, and it helps out the children, and it helps out the
You
nation
gotta
too.
mute your mic.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? All right, there you go. I believe that yeah, I believe in that too, and I also believe in the poly relation too, because I believe that the wife need help, the sister wife in that situation. I believe that too, because that helps in the nation too, and it wouldn't be no um cheating or treason and stuff like that, because everybody be getting what they deserve in that relationship, in that partnership, in that union.
Okay. All the rest of it, I was willing to leave alone, not to be interfering in other people's lives and what they want. You know what I'm saying? So I was gonna leave just the general overall for the safety of the public and for the health of each one of us, because we all know. I mean, I don't know about you, but do you remember 12 o'clock in the morning and wasn't nobody getting no sleep? Because we're gonna be up all night long repeating the same sentences over and over and over again. And then when you thought the solution, you had a solution, then and we'll bring up another part of the thing. So now I gotta go to work in a couple of hours. I end up arguing with your monkey ass all night long. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm trying to get some sleep. And now I'm a lazy MFer. Yeah, all right. Yo, all right. But I like to laugh at that stuff. We actually did it. We know our parents did it, and it was funny. But it is something that we have to protect our children from.
Yes.
Our children, because we know that could exist. And so we just have to build better for it. So I just wanted to put that on the table because that is one of our laws that we've already adopted. And so now you coming in, you just help strengthen the law, and whoever didn't hear it before understands that that's the type of law we live in. You touch each other, you're with each other. Take the accountability and responsibility. I yield the floor.
Okay. So, yes. So I know, right? Say something, speak up. I don't know. I'm just, I mean, that's just one of them things. I'm still in my mind digesting everything that was just said from the two of them, and then the fact that Elia is like, how Jesus just strengthened.
It'll be all right. We just do a show on Polly. We'll break it down in the format. That's all
No,
you. That's all you feeling.
because
We'll do a show on it.
because a lot of people don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have misused and abused that form of relationship. So it's not a trusted one. Now, me being a woman, I've never been in a poly type of relationship. I've never even considered it. And I have considered having multiple husbands though. And in that not being in sexual relationships with all of them. You know what I'm saying? We've talked about this before, polyandry, not to be sexually involved with all of them, but to
Mm-hmm.
have, they have like positions in the nation surrounding
Exactly.
who I am,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
Okay, so and they work together saying, okay, you're protecting her, I'm protecting her, you're the one that's going to be with her, and we're going to charge you to be right by her, because if you're not right by her, you're going to have to deal with one of us. And
Well,
they have,
that wouldn't be a poly relationship. That's a whole different concept.
right, so that's how I'm understanding what, what I'm saying, what I'm talking about. And then so maybe if you understand what that is, you can bring some of that to light as well.
You actually in your relationship is based on the king and the queen, and then you just got your pawns to protect the you too. You know what I'm saying? But the main person is the goddess, the girl, the woman, to be protected when she moves around. So that'd be like they call bodyguard on the planet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yes,
I
right.
got you. I
but
know
they
exactly what you're
but
talking
but
about.
they operate in a higher realm than just on this physical
Exactly.
realm. Yes.
Exactly.
And there's
Hmm.
an understanding that, what I'm saying, that it is what it is. So I think it's important
Exactly.
to have that conversation as well, you know.
Exactly.
um
From that point of view too. Yes.
yeah, for real. So I'll be interested, so when y'all do that show, just let us know so we can come on and flow
So
with it.
L, so Ashita and L, the reason why I brought it up to attention so quickly because of the family and the royal living of way we are is to let people know that the listeners and people that are going to get involved with us know that it's not going to be no gaslighting or people just telling you this at the moment. We letting you know at the beginning this is what the laws is. This is what we forgot as culture people, as the people we are. We forgot that this is what it is. Let me break it down to some of the people that might be listening, or men. They have a different culture of body. Their body is formed different. Women, we can heal, we can have babies, we can do that. They have a form where it's only one woman can drain the body, kill the excuse my French, the sex, hurt the heart, all this stuff that builds the man. You see what I'm saying? But when the man's with
Mm-hmm.
two, three, four, because some men can take five, and all of it ain't sex. It ain't all about sex, but yeah, it comes with it too. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the lead wife, the lead woman. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no slavery. Everybody doing. It's more like his body needs this nourishment from all these women. You see what I'm saying? He might not want this woman tonight. He might want this other woman tonight, and they overstand this. This is where the mind is got so much negative things in it. Well, oh, he's my man. No, he's not your
Right.
man. He's
Right.
not your man. He's not even a man. He's a Messiah. He's a
Okay.
king. You know what I'm saying?
And I
So
get that. I really do get that. I understand that on levels that I couldn't even begin to explain. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Um so it's like, I wouldn't even at this stage in my life, I understand that so well that it
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't even be no problem with me. Just let me know that, and you know what I'm saying. And then I have to agree with the person's energy, because you're gonna be sharing that energy with me ultimately.
Exactly.
So, and she got to be willing to work with me. So then I guess that we would have a like a poly type of relationship. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Except I'm not sexually involved with her, but I can have
Exactly.
a sisterly relationship with her. And if we're working together to love this man and to
E-
do for this man, and sometimes I may not have the energy. Thank you very much. Please take care of our man tonight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
And
got no
it's
problem with that.
it's more like this. It's more like this, and we're gonna save the goodies for the next show. You hear me? It's more like this, Ashita. It works for the sister wife too, because when you're tired, that way you get an extra massage, because the guy might be on at war. He might be at a meeting with the on a, doing something. He needs to be out, and here you got your sister to rub your legs, you rub your head, you got your back, you see what I'm saying. So it takes pressure off you, it takes pressure off of him. You know what I'm saying?
Or just
It's just
or just doing each other's hair, watching the
exactly.
children,
Ha-
cooking, balancing
yes,
the keeping the
yes,
household running. You know what
yes.
I'm saying? Somebody's picking up the children, the other one's preparing dinner. You know what I mean? We didn't already talk like that. We didn't already built us a whole compound on how we gonna operate and come together in the kitchen to cook, but we have our own separate dwellings to go back to.
Exactly.
But everybody has it's Fort Matriarch safe havens.
Exactly.
So that's what we have already discussed and have already been working on to build. And so now the more of us are coming together to do
Hmm.
this, the more energy we have to make it just that much uh more tangible to us,
Hmm.
to have it,
Yes.
so we can provide that space, that safe space for
Exactly.
those who are traveling to find themselves and to get away from the chaos and to come into self. So that's when the process of healing from within takes place. And then
Hmm.
you have those who have already experienced some of the things that you are experiencing, and that's when you get some empowerment in the middle,
Exactly.
so you can
Hmm.
rise up high through elemental learning, and then you can
Exactly.
deprogram yourself to be reprogrammed
Come
into the
on.
new you, into this vessel which will be cleansed for you to operate in righteousness.
Hmm.
And
Yep.
that's what we bringing.
Exactly. Ashe.
That felt good.
Exactly. Releasing.
It did. That felt good to say that. So okay, so here's something, right? Since we on this topic, let me bring this up, right? I'm
Hmm.
gonna be a little messy.
Okay.
So with everything going on in the politics, right? Everybody want to talk about the political issues and things that's going on in politics, and what Trump said, and what uh Kamala Harris said, and what she did. Now I seen a sign today. This man was standing on a corner. He said, "How do you say Kamala
question mark, dot, dot, dot. And then on the next line, it said chameleon.
Hmm.
Funny. So, anyway, my point is how do you feel? I want to know how you feel about all this stuff going on.
Um, the feeling's not there. I don't really do politics.
Okay, so that's all I wanted to know. You are that's it. 'Cause I mean, I already knew that by how you was just like not even entertaining my question or what I had to say about it. Because I feel the same way. But this is what I do want to bring up: the world and the society that we live in bases things off propaganda, and the media is used to move that propaganda. Now, I had a revelation not too long ago, the other day, that we moved from racism to sexism. And,
mm,
we've been having issues with the debate on whether it's right for a transgender male to compete against a natural born woman.
that's
And
exactly that's exactly why I don't do politics.
so I feel like the political debate that just went down was like uh in symbolism, the acceptance of a man abusing a woman. And this is the second time this has happened. First time it was Hillary Clinton. Now this time it's Kamala Harris. And I wouldn't even take issue. I don't really take issue with it, but what I do take issue with is the fact that they're playing on the title black, and she's trying to make herself seem to be more quote unquote black, like having collard greens and having to clean her greens in the tub because she had so many, and having hot sauce on her chicken, and all these type of things that she's doing to play to this idea of what black and African American is. And so I'm like, it plays towards race, but it's also playing towards sexism as well. And so how do you feel about that when it comes to not just political, but in a world where we're raising our children and grandchildren are being raised up in this society? Do you feel like your granddaughter should be in competition, or a transgender male should be able to compete against one of your granddaughters because they
It,
feel that that's who they are?
no, I wouldn't put my grandbaby in that position. If I'm building a nation, I wouldn't be dealing with politics. My babies wouldn't be dealing with a competition against her brothers and sisters. Everybody's leading. Everybody's overstanding each other. So my grandbaby ain't gonna be running against no transgender because my grandbaby gonna know the truth. All my
Okay.
grandchildren gonna know the truth. I speak the truth to them now as little children because they souls already gonna pick it up. They souls are already gonna see it. And my grandsons know they don't see the boy girl stuff. You know what I'm saying? They minds
Right.
already on a yeah, they are minds already on something else. So no, I don't do the transgender and all that stuff. I believe that what they're doing is they're repeating what they want to keep going on in their world. I'm doing a different world. My world
Right.
is different from their world. And I'm not giving that world energy to help them build that world. I'm going to give my world, my people, my children, our people, the people that I believe that won't change, that energy. You see what I'm saying?
I'm so glad you said that. I'm so happy that that's your answer.
Yes.
Um, because that was right. Um, because that's what something that we battle all the time is dealing with people who give that so much energy. And I'm like, how much more energy can you give to that when you're not giving any energy to your own well-being for the most part? You know what I'm saying? People be so stuck on what's going on outside of self.
Islamism.
Man, did she just say something or what? Cause that was it. Couldn't have been no more perfect.
I told you, I told you I'm not the Pope. If the side stars are doing correctly, I can sit back and then, like in a church, when I just sit up every once in a while and I say Islamism or I say, how deep is that sermon? I'm not the Pope. The scissors shine. That's what we're doing this for. Get it on. Tell the people what they're supposed to be doing. I'm tired of hearing me talk.
Got it.
That
So
part.
you
That
know,
part.
so yeah, so that's why I asked those questions, not to really truly have a conversation about it, because I don't like talking about that stuff either. I'm like, God, Lee, I'm so sick of hearing about this stuff. But we still have to be aware of what's going on to some
You you
degree,
you know where my awareness come from.
because we did got people out there still dealing with it.
My awareness coming from watching the people. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
yeah, right.
I'll get on a you like the my energy or my ancestor would send me a YouTube and they'll show me what women are going through, what children are going through, and what these laws and what this and what's that, and I say this what I say. I'm gonna stand up to what I mean. I'm gonna do what I have to do to get there. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not. They call it pushing and pulling. Everybody know when you go in any building, you got a revolving door. It's called pull or push. I'm not gonna pull and push no energy. That's why my symbol is an 8 upside down. I'm gonna spiral up. That's gonna go up, not down. If I have to come down, that means I'm coming back for research. I'm coming for something I probably missed in that moment. And then I'm going back up. This is what I'm saying. So you're gonna have people that's gonna come in with their thoughts and you hear it. Like I just sat there and heard everything you said, and I still stood on my word. I didn't disrespect you. I didn't have to debate with you. You hear me? Because
That's why I'm telling you that was so beautiful. It couldn't have been no more perfect. That wasn't planned or anything like that. It's just that had to be done. And
yes,
so you had the right answer for the right questions. You know what I'm saying? And and,
exactly.
and so you showing yourself approved that you really living this life. You really doing what you say you doing. That's all that was. You know what I'm saying? And so anybody else that's having a hard time dealing with what you say you doing and who you say you are, and still worried about the political scene that's happening out there, that ain't got nothing to do with the inner workings of your home on a daily basis, because your heart ain't right, or
Hallelujah.
you know what I'm
Hallelujah.
saying. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we talking about. This is what we talking about. It ain't no reason to debate, no reason to be ugly, no reason to just get all out of whack and bent out of shape about it, anything like that. You see that exchange. Now see that exchange right there need to be plastered across all social media platforms. That clip right there, just your answer to those questions. And
Appreciate you. I love you.
this is how you supposed to answer questions like that if you really doing what we saying. And we wouldn't be arguing. We wouldn't have to keep repeating ourselves every doggone week on the same thing, or wondering who gonna switch up on this week.
You come on.
So yeah, you right on time. You know what I'm saying? And you always be right on time.
You know I do.
We be right on time.
And we be you hear the choo choo train. It said doom doom. Come on.
And that what we talk about. Yeah, we hooking up to the train that's already moving. We on the
Come
locomotive.
on. Come on.
It's a
Spirit.
locomotive. Yes.
7 Up. You never had it, never will. Come on.
Uh-oh. Seven, I know I ain't gonna say no 7 Up, but a ginger ale sure would help me get this gas off
No,
my
read
chest.
read between the lines,
Oh,
sister. We
oh,
stand on our we
seven.
stand. Woo! You remember I was teaching wanted to teach you the numbers.
Okay,
Mm,
say it again.
7 Up. Remember the man? Remember the commercial? 7 Up. Never had it, never will. You remember that?
No, I don't.
It was a commercial. It was an indigenous, like the dude was caramel complected. He had gray eyes, and he used to be like 7 Up. You never had it, never will.
I never
Yeah.
seen that. I'm gonna have to look that up. I've never seen that.
And see, my thing is when I did the research on it, because you know me, I'm a research on it. That solar tech, magnetic energy, the field of the stars, that's gonna help us flight up. Like you know what I'm saying, flight up. And then what? That's what we gonna need to go up, which is 7 Up, 7 Up.
Mm,
7 golden days is this is the days. This is the new world order.
that's so beautiful.
Recalibrating. Mm-hmm.
Seven became a new number to me, and
Mm.
very significant number to me. So yeah, I'll go 7 Up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yes, 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 yes.
So yeah, nice. Okay. So let me see. Do I have any other things that I want to ask you before okay, so you had said something about 9 months
Mm. Healing.
the healing for 9 months to heal,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I had
Mm-hmm.
wrote down that the 9 months it takes to heal is equivalent to the birth of new life. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's like something, the healing is the shedding of the pain into wellness. So it's like you become a new being when you are healed from what you were healing from. And then it takes 2 years to heal after birth. So let's say that healing process, 2 years after that is the 2 years that is going to take for you to get to know this new you. You know what I'm saying? To study this new you. And so, and I said, you deserve to have your heart's desire.
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever it is on your heart that you desire, you deserve to have that. And so, I wrote that note right here after watching your video. I had wrote, also, I want to talk about this because I think this will be an interesting topic for you as well. The cosmic heart. Have you ever heard of the heart as a cosmic heart before, as the electromagnetic field that it is?
Mm-hmm.
I seen this video and they unraveled the heart, and the heart is just one piece,
Peace.
all one long piece. And what it is a the vortex, the essence
Mm-hmm.
of divine vibration. Now the heart is the first beat of the first rhythm that we become in tuned with. So it's a divine vibration, right? And it's a vortex. So this is why, like, one of those things that we have to I can't remember it what it is. It's rhythm is one of them. Um I don't know what I don't know, but I know we have to operate in rhythm, and how can we not? And so I'm looking at the background of this right now, and how you have the lifeline going
Mm-hmm.
across the
Exactly.
infinity, right?
Exactly.
And so that's exactly what the heart is. And so it's almost like your logo there is a depiction of the cosmic heart.
Mm-hmm.
She does us a like, yeah, you sitting up there explaining my logo to me. Yeah, that's the cosmic heart. Okay. And so I think that's awesome because that had nothing to do with anything that was on a whole different video, but it came up right as I was on this page and I started taking the notes down. Something told me to write that down. And I was like, well, I know not to bring that up while we talking about because that ain't got nothing to do. But it was perfect because I'm sitting here looking at the logo.
And you, yes, it caught your eye.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, because I didn't. So basically, that's what if we put a picture to what a cosmic heart looks like, that would be it.
That
And
part.
so that's beautiful. So thank you for being ahead of time.
You're welcome.
So what's the rest of it? Rhythm and what else?
Um, what is it? I have it written down somewhere. I just, you know what? Hang. I can take my phone with me. That's right. I know I have it written down. Let me see if I could locate it real quick. Like now, it's something that the Messiah Code
Mm-hmm.
would talk about very much often. And here we go. Let's see. Oh no, I thought I had it written on here. I got the 7 weapons
Mm-hmm.
written on here. But I don't know. I have to look it up and find it, and all my devices are acting crazy right now. So I don't have the versatility that I would usually have to look things up and see. This is right here one of them reasons why they say they have it written on your heart.
Mm-hmm.
So when we don't have access to books and the internet and things, that we can go within ourselves in our memory and data and pull out that information because we know it, because it's on our heart. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we study. And so that just goes to show I still have some studying to do. I never said I knew it all. I don't portray myself to do that. So
So what was it that rhythm was
I don't know.
related to?
I can't even say what it's related to. My brain is not picking it up right now,
All right,
but
it had
I'm
to
gonna
do
get
with
it.
the what of the heart?
The width. The width.
The
Yeah.
the web.
I thought he said the width. The width. The width.
You said what did it have to do with the heart?
You was talking about the heart. You gave the heart a special name.
Oh, the cosmic heart.
The cosmic heart. Yeah.
It's a vortex. So
Mm-hmm.
where energy goes and through the blood cells. And so you know how with sound frequency and vibration it can change the shape and the flow of water or liquid. And so if we allow certain energy into our heart, it can affect our wellness. That's why it's best to be positive and to have self love
I've never heard of this before.
What? The cosmic heart?
Yeah, I've never heard of that as a subject, or even that they have jewelry for it. I never seen jewelry for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm. That is interesting.
Very interesting.
Because these things have just like Reiki. I didn't know what Reiki was.
Reiki. Yep.
Reiki, but I had been performing Reiki since I was in high school
Mm-hmm.
and didn't even know what I was doing. I was going for some time. I was going to um that. Can you mute your mic, please?
Yes.
Thank you. That at one time I was going to this touch therapy, and they were moving energy around in my body, but this is what started happening. I was I would, after they would finish, I would tell them what I felt and where I felt it. And you and I were actually talking during this time
Mm-hmm.
very often, so you were aware what I'm talking about. And I
Mm-hmm.
was telling them what was going on in my body, but after a while it became too much. Like it started like that's when my high blood pressure started. So I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I started thinking about it, like, not saying that they have any bad intentions, but I don't know what they have going on in their personal life.
Exactly.
And while they're concentrating and focusing on my energy, they were pulling my energy
Mm-hmm.
because they felt me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Um if I could feel them, I know they felt me.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And if you have studied to know where energy is stockpiled inside the body and causes certain things to happen in the body because that energy is being built up in that area. And say, for instance, like I had just finished the chemo and all of that stuff, so I wasn't really exercising and moving and dancing around like I had been doing before. So there was a lot of different things going on, and I started feeling like I stopped going. And it had even
Mm-hmm.
got to the point where I had my appointments authorized to be there, and they didn't even try to get me to come back in anymore.
Yeah,
They weren't
that's right.
calling me to say, "Hey, you missed an
Mm-mm.
appointment." They didn't.
Mm-mm.
They just, because you know what I'm saying. It was like I cut off the source from that last visit.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I took control over the
Exactly.
session. And so
Exactly.
after that session, they wasn't really bothered with me no more. They didn't even try to get me to come in for no more appointments. And when I would call them, they wouldn't even entertain having me come in for an appointment. So that's when I knew my time there was up.
Exactly. See? See?
So
They was waiting for you to wake up from it. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, right. And so I didn't need them anymore. They did their job, and so I appreciate what they did because I felt better after the fact. But
Mm-hmm.
nonetheless, um energy is real.
Exactly.
Energy is
Mm.
very much real. How we move
And
and how we live in it.
and the lines now is thinner, way thinner.
Oh yeah.
And we actually did a video on the 999 portal.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I would like to see that.
Look at your date from yesterday. You got your 919, your 2004. You take your 2004, that's 8. You take that 1 from that 19, that's 9. So it's 999.
Right. 918 is a special number for me. I remember
Mm-hmm.
it was September 18th of 2018 when, or was it 17, 2017, when I took my children out of school. when I went and withdrew them. And that was a new beginning. And it was the day of nines for me. That's what I call it, my day
Exactly.
of nines.
I remember
And
that day
so,
too. I
hmm
remember that.
it has been a journey. And nine has been a very special number. And even on the cover art for the song Good Intentions, um I have a picture of myself on the cover, and there's a nine across my
Mm-hmm.
picture, because we've always been building in the nine. You know, we've been in the nine. So it's just so nice to come on here and communicate with you, with El Ya. You know, you meet El Ya meet you, and it's just like the energy is just popping. So
Exactly.
I'm loving this communication tonight. But is there anything that anybody else wants to say or bring up? Because that would conclude this interview for me. It has been a pleasure.
So Jesus, why is six scared of seven?
Why is six scared of seven? You want me to tell you what I think?
Yeah.
I
Because
know.
because because six won't keep her legs closed.
7, 8,
No.
9.
You a
Did
silly
you hear the
dog.
answer?
7, 8, 9.
Did you hear
7, 8, 9.
So here goes some magic about nine. Nine is the
Come on.
only number that nine is the only number that will repeat itself repeatedly, uh, at least in the multiplication table. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 times the next one is 36. 9 times 4 is 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 times 5 is 45. 4 plus 5 is 9. You will do that all the way through. No matter how many times you multiply 9, the answer will always come back 9.
9.
You want to know a revelation that I shared with Yeezus before we all came on here together? I had a revelation today, 369, right?
Mm-hmm.
After 9 is 12. And so 1 plus 2 is 3. Then the
Mm-hmm.
next number is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. Then the next
Mm-hmm.
number is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. So you have another
Mm-hmm.
369. And then it continues on and on and on. Just like that. So 369, anywhere that if there's anywhere that the 369 doesn't exist, the creator has not been involved.
Come on. Come on. Come
So
on.
I started using 369 when I realized that the my daughters and my life numbers are 369. One daughter is a 3, one is a 9, and I'm 6. And so I
Mm-hmm.
began to call us the 369 Mafia. And I had
Mm-hmm.
no idea the energy and the power that was just in that frequency in
Mm-hmm.
itself. And so after I started putting we did 369 Mafia and da 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 369 Mafia this. Now I see frequency music 369 and
369.
all this.
Come
None
on.
of these things were present to me prior to, you know, my awareness of it. So that just lets me know also that if you're not aware of something, you can miss what's
Mm-hmm.
there for you if you're not prepared or in the right position based on how you choose to study yourself and what you know about you. You know, you can't get what you need for yourself if you're not knowing what you need for yourself. So you got to be a leader in your own life first, and that's the title of this episode 23, which has been a special episode for me, Akshita V, because I am the 2 and the 3, 23, 1 2 3 to be exact. That's me, Akshita V, and it is nice to see you. So whether you come now or later, we just ask that you be sweet about it. That's all. That's all I gotta say. Thank you, uh, Yeezsus, for gracing us with your presence, your information, knowledge, and wisdom. And looking forward to continuing this journey as we are elevating from where we used to be to where we are today, and bringing forward those things that we have created in manifestation or womanifestation in this time, as we stand together and unify as daughters of the matriarch in this rise of the matriarch, and we be those examples of what it looks like to do this. So thank you, Elia. It is always a pleasure to come on here with you and to learn with you and from you, and to just be in the presence of your gentleness, at the same time to know that it's a safe space and that we are secure when you are in the building. Even when you're not in the building, you are sure that it's going to be secure. So thank you for your knowledge, wisdom, and information as well, and for even joining with me to even create this platform and everything that we have built in the process of creating, as we continue to move forward. This is a marathon, it's a journey. We have the torch, and it is our leg to run right now, and we have to get work on our breathing, work on our form, and continue to move forward. We can't
I,
quit. You know what I'm
no,
saying? And so
no,
that's
sir.
all I have to say. It's been a great episode. If you have anything else to say, then let's just continue to get it, or whatever. I yield.
Jesus, go ahead. You want to say something before we leave?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm straight. I appreciate y'all too, and I hear the cat. Meow, kitty cat. I love you too, baby. You know you want your mommy. I love you, baby. I'm blessed with it. I'm pretty much cool with it. I appreciate y'all too. I'm gonna go snack on something, eat something real quick, cause I gotta feed this energy. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. I appreciate y'all too. Thank you for having me.
Well, honors and gratitude to both of you for everything that y'all are doing, for the stuff you've done in the past that I know nothing about. That brings us all here today to move forward with something for everyone else. I hope to see us real soon in Zoom meetings through the week, which would be the office. And this where we would finalize certain documents and stuff that people would look over and introduce and take on positions, and we run our nation for ourselves. And when we do it, inherit the land instead of purchasing it or buying it or
Purchase.
anything. So I say Islam, Islam, Islamism. We love you. We'll be back next. We don't know what the title will be. We won't know until Wednesday night, Thursday morning, maybe Thursday night, and then we'll be back.
Facts.
Peace and
It's
love.
all love.
Thank you for being here, siStar. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.